come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached into heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her even if she has rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works. And the cup which she filled to her double.
First and foremost, I'd like to give all honor and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, YHWH. First, let me say Salakia, or forgive me for missing the last 2 weeks. I will be doing 2 classes. You might get them back to back. What we're going to do right now is we're going to start off with the numbering class, you know, to get the numbers. And again, we're going to go into one of the tools I use. This in particular was, again, by the brother Chief Ephraim, his household. We have the prayer cards. We have Salakia, the numbering cards, where they teach you how to say the Hebrew word, right? So now we're going to go into the scripture and why, right? It's the book of Psalms, chapter 90, verse 12. So teach us to number our days, that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom, right? So we need to be taught to number our days, which also we can reference our Shabbat class and why we keep the lunar Sabbath, right? But this class is focusing on the Hebrew. So today we're going to learn to count. We're going to actually learn to count we're going to learn to pronounce the numbers 10. Oh, you know what? No, we're going to learn 1 through 10. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start counting again. We're going to start at the letter 1. So we're going to write today counting to 10, right? Right? Captain IBADYAH's YHWH Dagrz class, right? And if you refer to the last class, we see what we're talking about, right? How do we read these courses when we go through the alphabet, right? We went through the alphabet in the first class. So now for this class, first number we're going to do is the number 1, right? We see the number 1, right? So how do we write that? The A, the Cha, and the Da, right? Achad. Put the connection there, right? So the number 1 is pronounced Achad, right? Pronounced Achad. Usavaki, brethren. Right? Achad. The Cha, and the Da. Achad, right? The number 1. So under it, we're going to write number 1. Boom. So we know how to write number 1 now, right? Achad. And for anybody, when we start writing left to right, we saw, you know what I'm saying, again, refer the alphabet class where we show you in which direction to write and how we write the alphabet, right? So, boom, right? Next number is the number 2, and we pronounce that Shanya, right? Shanya, and we write it. And if I reference the alphabet card, Salaki, I'm not the expert, but I know enough, right? So we write Sha, the Na, and the Ya, right? And we do the connected. Shanya, number 2, right? And probably to those still, we're barely coming into the truth. You see this as a 21, but it's the direction we counted, right? Sha'achad, Shanya, right? The next number we're going to go into is the number 3, right? And we pronounce number 3, Shalash, right? Shalash. And we write it as such. La. The sh, the la, and I'm tripping. The sh, right? Shalash, right? And we write number 3. That's how you write the number 3, right? We might only have enough space for 5, but we're reading it now, right? The next number is number 4, right? Number 4. And it's pronounced A-Ra-Bai, right? So we write it A, the Ra, and the Ba. Ba, so like you know, Ba, and the I. So we put that there, right? Ra-Ba-I, right? And that is the number 4, right? Number 4, A-Ra-Ba-Ya, right? Where's my phone? Next number we're going to go is into 5. The number 5. Right? And that is pronounced chamash, right? Chamash. So we write it as such. The cha, the ma, and the sha, right? And that's the number 5. The number 5, right? So now we move on to the number 6, right? The number 6. So, and that one is written shasha. Shasha. And that one doesn't need a connector, right? Because of sha. The number 6, right? Shasha. 1 second, Israel. Okay, boom. Salakia. We'll edit that out when I say 1 second. The next number is the number 7, right? The number 7. And that is pronounced shabai. Shabai, right? And we write it with the sha, the ba, and the I, right? And that's the number 7. Shabai, right? Forgive me, something is falling by my legs. Next number is the number 8, right? And it is pronounced Shamawana, right? So we write that Sha Ma Wa Na, and it has the A at the end, right? Shamana Wa, right? And that is the number 8, right? The number 8. We got 2 numbers left, Israel. Lastly, the number 9, right? Not lastly, but the number 9, which is pronounced Tha Shai. Let me see what the Tha look like. Forgive me, Israel. The Tha's in the. Let me see. The Tha is. I don't know. I don't want to miswrite the letter. Oh, this is the actually last letter of the alphabet. Ain't that something? The Tha, right? Tha is with the Tha, Sha, I, right? And that is the number 9. And finally, we reached the number 10, which is pronounced Ishara, right? So like that was wifey texting. I-Shai-Ra, right? And we write that with the I, the Sha, and the Ra, right? I-Shai-Ra, and that's the number 10. So next counting class will go from 11 to 20, but hopefully this edifies Israel in these quick Hebrew classes that I'm doing, counting and doing the prayers. Next class we're doing is the prayer class. We do a couple prayers. But with that, we like to give all honor and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, YHWH. Shalom.
Reason why I shine consistently. I put words together scientifically and create life and energy when I write this biochemistry. Mind so bright that I can get the blind sight when I speak. Let me give you insight up on my life up in these streets. We say we black, we don't know our right identity, cause we was taught and brainwashed by white supremacy. Killing each other, but we scared to fight our enemies. We need to remember we brothers and unite to get us free, cause they thrive on our genocide of misery. They tried to make our bloodline a mystery and hide our history, but lies eventually come to light to any eye witnessing, nigga. Revolution.